completely exhausted. Okay. Hello and welcome. 5 at 5. In exactly 3 hours from now, India starts its campaign at the Asia Cup. Uh, First match, we expect it not to be that tough, but in T20 cricket and in international sport, you don't take any team lightly. Bharat just called me about what? Messaged me about an hour back saying, do you want us to do the show from outdoors? And I instantly said no, absolutely not, because he said he had gone outdoors to do some work and it is damn hot, very very hot at this point in time in Dubai. Temperatures around what, 43, 44 degrees centigrade, that hot. So it's really really crazy. With evening, it somewhat gets better. Around 6:30 is sundown, which is when the game will start. So Bharat Ramraj from Dubai, first thing to you, what's the weather? What's the build up? Yesterday you tried to sort of give us an update on the dew. Give me all of that before I go to Shomik and Gargi.
Yeah, it is sweltering heat. I'm pretty sure it is over 40 degrees Celsius here. It's very, very hot. Thankfully, maybe around 6 p.m., even so 6:30 p.m., it would get a little bit cooler. That is when I think the matches can be held, and that is why you will obviously see night matches here. Otherwise, it's very hot. As far as dew is concerned, I guess you'll get some dew. Though a couple of days ago, when I did a video, I felt that there was no real dew. I just walked barefoot on the grass and didn't feel as if there's a lot of dew. Though it was humid, it was quite humid, but for some reason it wasn't there. It's one has to observe how it will be today. See, one has to remember with dew factor that it is not just about the droplets on the outfield. It could be that little bit of sheen on the wicket. That little bit of sheen on the wicket. Suddenly, the color of the wicket changes a little bit to to kind of a whitish color, and that is when it tends to get better for batting. So yes, one has to keep observing about the dew factor today.
Okay, so Proshanjit Mitro says today is a little better, less heat, but very humid. He's a local and he's been sort of joining our shows almost, every show. So absolutely. So we will keep an eye on the weather, keep an eye on the dew. Gargi, you're playing 11 before I go to Shomik.
We're getting right to that. Okay, so my playing 11 would be, give me 1 second. Obviously, Shubman Gill and Abhishek Sharma open the innings. Number 3 would be Tilak Verma, Surya Kumar Yadav. You know what? I'll write this down and then get back. Number 5. Who's number 5?
Otherwise, you write it down. I'll go to Shomik. Either way, it's fine. Shomik, your team.
Shubman Gill, Abhishek Sharma, Tilak Verma, Surya Kumar Yadav, number 5 Akshar Patel, number 6 Hardik Pandya, number 7 Rinku Singh, number 8 Jitesh, number 7 Jitesh Sharma, and then I come to the bowlers, Bumrah, Arshdeep, Varun Chakravarti, and we have one left, right?
Yes.
We have one. Yeah, Kuldeep Yadav.
So you're going with 2 spinners. Our reporters are saying may not be 2 spinners. Kuldeep Yadav may miss out. Okay, interesting. Shomik Chakraborty says 2 spinners. That's his team. Gargi, if you made your team, any changes from that? Yes, tell me.
Okay, so I had the 2 openers, Tilak Verma, Surya Kumar Yadav. I will have Hardik Pandya, Jitesh Sharma, Shivam Dubey in my team, Akshar Patel, and then when it comes to the bowlers, Jasprit, Bumrah, Arshdeep Singh, and Varun Chakravarti. No Kuldeep.
So one change. Gargi is saying Shivam Dubey for Kuldeep Yadav. Bharat Ramraj, you're reporting from on ground. You've seen practice both days. Tell me what's happening. What is your hunch? Kuldeep Yadav, Varun Chakravarti, or Shivam Dubey, or is somebody else playing? Bharat Ramraj.
See, I'll put it in this way. Obviously, no one knows what is going inside their heads, because at last minute they might still change.
Sure.
But yesterday, Shivam Dubey had a long net. If that is an indicator, then I guess Shivam Dubey will get in. Another point to look at is Gautam Gambhir as the head coach. He always likes to have a little more strength in terms of the batting order. That's right down to the right. That's in relation to lower order batters. That's again an indicator that Shivam Dubey might get an opportunity. Yes, I'm not very convinced about his either his batting or bowling, but maybe the management thinks that way. Even if you look at the net practice, Kuldeep Yadav didn't get much of a ball yesterday, a day before yesterday. Yesterday he was not there. So alongside Sanju Samson, he was not there. Harshitana was not there. 4 or 5 of them. Bumrah also was not there, but obviously Bumrah is someone who will start. So my likely 11, I would look at Shubman Gill and Abhishek Sharma, 3, and Tilak Varma. Unfortunately for Sanju Samson, yesterday also he was not there in the night practice. I'm not sure he will start. Number 4, Surya Kumar Yadav. 5, Jitesh Sharma. 6, Hardik. 7, Aksar. My hunch is they are looking at Shivam Dubey. Let's see what will happen. Though, as I noted, I'm not very convinced. And then Arshdeep Singh, Bumrah, and Varun Chakravarti. Because Arshdeep Singh also had a long net with the bat in hand yesterday. That's another interesting point. So that also testing his batting skills.
Okay, interesting. And all three of my guests so far, Rohit and Shubhayan, will join in a bit. We'll get their opinion, but all three of them saying Jitesh Sharma. Anyone says Sanju Samson, a lot of people. Prashanjit Mitra, mine says Jitesh, Heart Sanju. Who's playing? Amit says Jitesh. Okay, brilliant coverage. Thank you. That's Deepak who's joining. Rohit Juglan joins. I'll go to him. Okay, who else? Anybody? I'll loads of questions, so we'll take all. Anirban Banerjee says, Ki bollo bhai? Jitesh. Playing 11 confirmed. Rupa and Guhan Yogi, Kuldeep as second spinner or not? Today is a little better. Rohit, you're playing 11. That's your first question. All three of my other guests have given their 11, and a lot of questions as usual on Jitesh and Sanju, though everybody now in the comment section now saying that it is Jitesh and not Sanju. That's what you guys have been reporting from Dubai. But first, you're playing 11, Rohit.
Yeah, so no changes in my playing 11. What I told yesterday, it's going to be the similar one. The first one is obviously Abhishek Sharma. Second one is Shubman Gill. Third one is Tilak Verma. Fourth one is Surya Kumar Yadav. Fifth one is Shivam Dubey. Number 6 will be Hardik Pandya. Number 7 will be Jitesh Sharma. Number 8 will be Akshar Patel. Number 9 will be Jasprit Bumrah. Number 10 will be Arshdeep Singh. And number 11, as I said, for me, it will be a toss-up between Kuldeep Yadav and Varun Chakravarti. What I am thinking at this point of time is that Champions Trophy, the kind of display they showed in Champions Trophy, they haven't introduced Varun Chakravarti in each and every game. They have kept him for the important games. And he also doesn't want to show his, every ball, even in the practice also. Bharat Bhai told me when he arrived that he's not bowling any kind of, googly, if I'm right. He said that to me, that he only bowls certain deliveries, not he doesn't use all his variations into the nets. I'm very sure that Shubhanda also experienced the similar thing when he bowls in the KKR nets, or each one of us whoever covered him. So that's what I think Indian team is also thinking about Varun Chakravarti. Don't let him, available for each and every match. Allow him the Pakistan game, then no need to get him the Oman game, and then all the three Super 4 games, and then the final. That's what India did in Champions Trophy also. They started with Kuldeep Yadav, and then when the big games arrived, they've started with Varun Chakravarti also. So that's what I'm thinking at this point of time. This is not a breaking news. This is just an observation of what I'm, getting from the ICC Academy. But again, what I'm seeing in the ICC Academy tells me that, it will be Varun Chakravarti. But the way I know this team operating since last 1 year, I think there will be a toss-up between Kuldeep Yadav and Varun Chakravarti. That's why I'm not very sure about whether Varun will play or Kuldeep will play.
That's a fair point. Let me make this clear.
Yes.
He's not saying this is news. He's saying
Yes.
this is what his hunch is, and that's what a reporter's hunch is all about. It's totally
Yes.
fine by me. Shubhan,
Yes.
all the others have said. So what's happening here is, except Shomik, who has said, Gargi and Rohit and Bharat have said Shivam Dubey, mostly. Shomik has not. So that's one difference here. And the second difference that we are getting, Jitesh, everybody has agreed. Rohit makes this point about Varun or Kuldeep. I mean, his hunch, as he explained there. Where do you stand on this, Shubhan? Are you seeing anything different? Somebody makes an important point, Rupayan Guhoniyogi, that Kuldeep also a big game player, and somebody made this point that he must play against Pakistan. Where do you stand about that, Shubhan? Kuldeep against Pakistan has always been a top man.
I actually agree with Rohit, like how India has used Varun Chakravarti in the past. They have used him very sparingly. And I once, and talking about his variations, I once asked him in one of the KKR press conference how he masters those variations. So he said he never bowls all his variations in the nets before the games, before any tournaments. He never bowls. He does not want to give away any of his variations to the batters there. Even to his same teammates, he said, "You never know which player will come up against me in the next season." So he tries to not bowl all his variations at one go. But yeah, I think talking about playing 11, I won't even mind Sanju Samson in the middle order at number 5. To be honest, it's a UAE game. It's not a do or die clash. This is the time you can test your different sort of combinations if you want to try and test how Sanju Samson goes about his business at number 5. Although I sincerely think that I don't think that India's batting order will be required much against UAE, although they are a decent side. I don't think all of the number 7 batters will get their chances to bat. So I won't mind Sanju Samson at number 5 at this point. You know what your best lineup is. Shivam Dube, you can try a Rinku Singh as well. But what I expect from this UAE game is to see Abhishek Sharma bowling a few overs, to see Tilak Verma bowling a couple of overs. If they are in the mix, then the captain will also have that confidence in case a bowler has a bad day against Pakistan. Then Surya can go to Abhishek or Tilak or even Rinku if he's playing, or even Shivam Dube if he's playing. So I expect the fringe bowlers to also roll their arms for a couple of overs and see where they are in terms of match bowling.
Okay. Bharat already mentioned this due point. Before I go to Shomik again, a lot of people are again asking Rohit bhai due, Bharat due. So Rohit, quickly in
due.
1 minute, due.
No due.
Yes, Bharat said little bit could be later, but was there any due in the last 4-5 days that you've been there?
No, 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 not at all. At any point of time, I was there around 11:30, 12. I think day before yesterday, I was there till 11 because there was a mail from the ACC that about that Pakistan will train from 8 to 11. The session got cancelled, but because we have planned our coverage on that way, so I was there I think till 10:30, 11, and that's the regular day in day out timing was. So there was no due. There's no bit of due. Means due is a very heavy word. There is not even a single droplet there. So no due. Just want to put one more point. I'm not saying that on Pakistan game don't play Kuldeep Yadav. I'm saying that in that game then you have the assess of the wickets also. You will know how the wicket is reacting. Then if you have to take a call that whether you want with two proper seamers including Hardik Pandya, then you will have option of 3. But if you see that wicket is assisting spinners, then go with your 3 spinners. Akshar Patel will be already there. Varun Chakravarti and Kuldeep Yadav. Go only with Bumrah, like the way they did in Champions Trophy. They were only playing Mohammad Shami and the other spinners, like they did in the England series also. They were only going with Mohammad Shami and the 3 spinners. They were going with the 3 spinners. So Gautam Gambhir's modus operandi in last 1 year would be 8 batters. He need batting till 8. There's no if and but there. If you see each and every playing 11 in T20 format, he's going with 8. A batter he needs at number 8 who can give you a 8 ball 20 runs.
Okay. Shomik, you had made this point about one extra spinner and maybe Hardik Pandya sort of doubling in. Are you kind of changing that, or you stick to that given the conditions, I mean, spin and all of this, you still reckon that that's a possibility for India? Before you answer, Shubhan, people are asking about Hindi live. You guys are going.
Yes. We'll do 2 live. We'll do from 6 p.m. local time, India time, 6 to 6:30. That will be a proper preview, and then Rohit will take over from 6:30, and then you will have your on-ground reactions on how people are
So
reacting.
6 o'clock onwards, folks, Hindi, and then Rohit is at the stadium, and English. 7 o'clock, Bharat is there at the stadium with Gargi. So that's the update. Gargi, you're starting what time? 7 o'clock. 7 o'clock.
7:30.
7 or 7:30?
7:30.
7:30 because the match is at 8 Indian time.
So you start with the toss. Got it. By the way, let us also make this point that all of us are in Dubai from day after. So you will get from 12th on the day of the Pakistan match, which starts at 8 o'clock India. You will get live Gargi, myself, Bharat, Ashok, Shubha, and Rohit, all of us from different streams. We will be live from 6:30 local India time onwards. So there'll be a big build-up. What is happening? Is there a political undertone? Will there be protests? What's the kind of flavor? You will get all of that from the broadcast on Sunday, and we will do a proper build-up. What's the mood like? Is it a more high-pressure game? How are players reacting to this whole geopolitical situation? All of that from Friday onwards. So that's the build-up. 6-7 of us in Dubai, exactly like what we had done in England. 6-7 of us in Dubai. Shomik will be holding fort here with all the A games and the build-up to the West Indies series, plus the Dulip Trophy and all of that. So every sport, every match will be covered in extensive detail. Shomik, over to you.
See, as far as three spinners are concerned, I am not aware of the conditions, whether the pitch has a grass cover or it is a sort of a feather bed. But from my experience of covering many tournaments in that part of the world, I think the ball, it would be slow, irrespective of whether it has a grass cover or not. It would be slow, and especially in this heat, they will, and also there would be some grip. In Dubai, in UAE, three spinners has been India's standard template. It was there for 50 over format in the Champions Trophy also. 3 overs. And if you want to play Kuldeep, first of all, against UAE, you don't need more than 4 5 batsmen. It is just a glorified warm up fixture for India. So you don't need more than 4 5 batsmen. There is no point overloading your 11 with batters. Why? What a number eight? If you are playing a batsman, predominantly a batsman at number eight, what will he do? You will not even get any batting time. There is no point. If you are willing to play Kuldeep, and it would be India would be seriously remiss of if they don't play Kuldeep against Pakistan. He still remains India's best spinner across formats, and playing him will allow India a psychological advantage against Pakistan. If you want to play Kuldeep against Pakistan, you need to play him here, because he needs, he is not a robot. He needs a kind of bedding in time to get into the groove. And this is your best opportunity. You are playing a sort of glorified warm-up game, nothing more than that. You are expected to win it convincingly in a canter. And in that game, you go bowling heavy. You play all your three spinners. You don't want to play Harshit Rana. You have two fast bowlers. You don't want to play an extra batsman at number eight, and there's Hardik is there as your third seamer. So you go, you have it's sort of, you get some match practice and be ready for the next game.
Very fair point, Bharat. Very fair point that Kuldeep Yadav also needs game time. Give him a game. Give him a game ahead of Pakistan if he's going to play that big game, because he's not a robot. He's not played in England. No real match time. Shomik makes a fair point. Bharat Ramraj, before I go to Gargi and the others.
Yeah, you can go further back to the Dilip Trophy game. There he struggled. He gave away 95 runs and took 0 wickets, and it was not a good team he was playing against. That shows that he's perhaps not in good bowling rhythm. So he definitely needs game time. I would have included him if I was the selector, or if I was the part of the think tank. I would have included him today against the UAE. But going by how Gautam Gambhir's coaching career has worked, tends to prefer a longer batting lineup, and Shivam Dube had a long net day before yesterday, quite a long net. If that is an indicator, then yes, Dube could get in.
Rohit, this point about Shivam Dube, can you just tell us a little bit more about Shivam Dube at the nets before I go to Gargi and Shubhan, please?
Yeah, obviously. So look, there's two things into it. One, that the team, and you heard the press conference of Surya Kumar Yadav, you heard the press conference of Mone Mokal, and in as I said, that this team believes in more of such players who can provide, who are multi-utility players. So at this point of time, I'm not talking about Shivam Dube, the bowler, more here, but the way he's bowling in the nets. In tandem, you saw him bowling to different batters, all of the batters almost. And apart from that, the way Indian team believed in him since last 1.5 years, that he could be a really good batter against spin attack. So you all know that, it's going to be spinners, dominating this tournament also. So at this point of time, what I think the Indian team is believing in him, in his, hitting power capability, especially against spinners. So I think that's the main reason why Indian team needs him there at number 5. They want some, they want some solid player there. And I think Shivam Dube is one who they relied on, in the England series also, just before the Champions Trophy, and before that also, he wasn't the part of only the Sri Lanka series. If memory serves me right, the England series, India played under the first stint of Gautam Gambhir when he first arrived with the team. That's the only series Dubey didn't play. Then you talk about Zimbabwe, and you talk about after that also. Shivam Dubey was part of their plans from the T20 World Cup. So it's not like that Rohit Sharma and Rahul Dravid were thinking different of Shivam Dubey, and Gautam Gambhir was thinking completely different. So Gautam Gambhir also believes in these kind of players. Even the Surya Kumar Yadav also believe in these kind of players, and that's why his capacity of bowling those 1 or 2 overs in between, we can totally see it in the nets that how much they are believing in him. And after that, the main role, the hitting against the spinners, playing somewhere in Chepauk, where you have conditions like these, ball gripping in the wicket and then coming slow to the bat, and then the way MS, because in Rajasthan the main criticism to his batting was that he can't move his feet. His feet were just planted and he was just hitting from there. But under the leadership of Mahendra Singh Dhoni and under CSK, he's become a different batter altogether. And his innings in the final at Barbados, the way he played, in some of the games in between, is a big right in front of his name, Boyad, I think.
Oh, this is a small point. Just a small point. What he said. Not just Shivam Dubey, Abhishek Sharma. We could see he bowled quite a few. He bowled for a long period of time, actually, a couple of days ago, and it was not like he was bowling to tail-enders or lower order batters. He was bowling to Tilak Verma and Surya
Surya and
Kumar
Hardik.
Yadav. Yeah, Hardik Pandya was really hitting him as well. So that tells you that this particular management are looking at players who can do a bit of both. And even Arshdeep Singh yesterday batted for a long period of time, and he was again batting against a couple of net bowlers who gave him a dose of short deliveries. So that tells you this management is very serious of uh, uh, improving players when it comes to different departments of the game.
Kagi, just moving track a little bit. Ashok has done a piece. I mean, so much talk about India, Pakistan, low key, lukewarm, this, that, and apparently ad slots are now all sold for that match between 14 and 16 lakhs for 10 seconds. So that kind of tells you that it's all done, finished. 14 to 16 lakhs for 10 seconds is as much as the ICC World Cup premium matches, India, Pakistan. So almost the same price, if not the same price for this particular match. So this is what it is. I mean, while you say lukewarm, etc., I will go to Rohit and Bharat on this one. But your thoughts on this? That this whole, and I've written on the hypocrisy of boycott Pakistan when you don't mention any other sport today. Neither women nor athletics nor boxing nor badminton, nothing. Only you will target the men's game and say go boycott because that will give you a social media life, or whoever is writing that. So your thoughts on this? Do you also reckon that the tone is different? I mean, imagine you are a player in this game and you know that this is not a cricket game. You cannot lose. Imagine the kind of pressure that a Surya is under. However much he can laugh, however much he can deflect pressure, but this is not an ordinary cricket game. And you don't want to be a player going into this match where you know that you lose and your whole country will be up in arms. You cannot lose to Pakistan. It is tough. Make no mistake, it is tough. Gargi Raut.
I mean, when you talk about social media, you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't. So it's a dichotomy. Like you said, people derive a lot of validation from the likes and comments and engagement that they get from social media, and a lot of people do it for just that. Now, no one said anything when the tennis team went to Pakistan for the Davis Cup tournament just a year back. No one said anything back then. In fact, no one even knew that the team was going. We have the junior Pakistan hockey team coming in next year because of the Junior Hockey World Cup that India is hosting. No one's talking about that. There will be multiple other tournaments where India and Pakistan will face off, obviously not in a head-to-head manner or not in a head-to-head sporting engagement, but of course in global tournaments or multi-sport global tournaments. No one ever says anything about that. As soon as it's about cricket, things, it takes a different turn. And when we talk about the hype about this game, Pakistan has always been the center stage of attention when it comes to the Asian side, and Asia Cup is Asia Cup because of India Pakistan. Without it, I don't think we've seen that high. Commercially, we haven't seen matches that have sold as much as India Pakistan. So still, I think now with the geopolitical tensions, I think it might even sell more than before, because now you want to turn that turn that anger into wanting to see India beat Pakistan badly. That's
Yeah,
the kind of public reaction that you want, as
at the
in
same time,
the
it's unfair.
public will
At the same time, it's unfair. I mean, these are cricketers. Any team
Yeah.
can win. I mean, the rationality of the whole project is lost. Ultimately, Pakistan is playing a game of cricket, so is India. These 11 cricketers, Surya Kumar Yadav leading that team. These are cricketers. Come on. But the fact is, we will impute a lot more into this particular game, and that's the truth. Moving away, Shubhan, very different question. Why does Sanju Samson polarize opinion? Somebody will say sympathy king, somebody will say unfair victim. Where do you stand on this? I mean, and this is not new. Sanju Samson will polarize opinion like this. One fellow will say he's the biggest victim of all time. One fellow he'll say he's completely unworthy. Where do you stand on this, Shubhan? And today also, Tanishq Dev says, why are we against Sanju Samson? We don't even care whether we are pro, against, we are not any side. Somebody else said he's a victim king or something like that. Shubhan, where do you stand?
No, firstly, I don't think we are against any individual player or any team. We don't take opinions. We don't have, of course, we might have our own favorites and favorite players, but nobody here hates Sanju Samson or will say no. Sanju Samson, we won't talk about Sanju Samson because I don't like it. Sanju is a very good player, has a great fan following, social media fan following wise. I think we were talking in Hindi, some Hindi live, I think, and I said Sanju Samson was the one who I have never seen someone get more cheers or louder cheers in front of Virat Kohli, but I have seen Sanju Samson overshadow Virat Kohli cheers in front of Virat Kohli in Mohali. So I have seen that Sanju has a huge following. So when you have a huge following, people will have polarized opinions. People will have different opinions. Take the example of Virat Kohli.
Let me put you on the spot. Which side are you? Should play,
I
not
don't
play?
like him as a player. I like him as a player. Whether he plays it or not, that's not my call. I'm not in the BCCI. Does not pay me, or neither I am contracted to them. So that's not my headache to think whether Sanju Samson has to be in that playing 11 or not. If he plays, then he should do well. If he does not play, then whoever is playing, if Jitesh is playing, he has to do well. Whoever is playing for the Indian team has to deliver. That's it. And even before Sanju Samson, there has been many players who have not gotten a long rope in the team. So Sanju is not the first player who has not got a long rope in the playing 11. And when he got it recently, he has done decently well. So it's always competition in Indian cricket that makes many players not get enough chances even if they are deserved. So in that regard, he's a very good player. But whether he plays or not, that's not my headache. How he will play, whether Jitesh fails or Sanju fails, whether Jitesh does well or Sanju does well, we'll talk about that after the game.
Uh, this guy Muna Raut, this guy writes every day about Carlos Alcaraz. Look, I don't write tennis particularly. Sometimes I do. Trisha does. She writes tennis. Bharat writes tennis. So I leave that with these two because all sport, yes, absolutely. He had written a piece on Sinner, but Carlos Alcaraz, absolute beast. I mean, he'll probably end in who knows as one of the greatest ever to play the sport if he's achieved so much. So I'd leave it to the two of them. I occasionally write tennis, so I leave that with you guys. Rohit, there is a question you had done a video on. Can you explain why tickets are still available? Quickly, in a minute, why tickets are still available for India Pakistan?
So it's a new, completely different kind of package they have released at this point of time. They've started with that. You have to pay. You can pay differently for India versus UAE. If you want a single ticket, you can take a single ticket. The minimum price for that will be 40 to 50 dirhams. INR wise, it will be somewhere around 1200 rupees. But if you want to watch a India versus Pakistan, you can't watch that in just one. You just can't have one ticket for that. That I want to watch an India Pakistan match, give me a ticket. No, it can't be go like that. So earlier they have a package of 6-7 matches. You have a India UAE into it, India Pakistan into it, you have a Pakistan Oman into it, and then you have Super 4 games. A1, A2, B1 means I don't know exact fixture, but you have the the Super 4 games also, the 3 Super 4 games one team has to play, and then eventually you have to pay for that also. So now what I got from the people I had a conversation with, they said this to me, that why we have to watch a Pakistan versus Oman. So the complete package, the first package they released was of 33,400 rupees, somewhere around 1,400 dirhams. So 1,400 dirhams for that complete package. And if you go by the cost, that's not a very big amount for an India Pakistan game. But the main thing is that people don't want to spend on a ticket which have a Pakistan versus Oman game. Why we have to pay for the Pakistan Oman game, or for that matter any Super 4 game which doesn't have a India into it? I'm only talking about the India centric thing. And then they took a U-turn when they saw that, oh, no ticket is selling at this point of time. Then they come up with these 3 games: India versus UAE, India versus Pakistan, and Pakistan versus Oman. So you take a package, 499 dirhams, that will be close to 12,000 INR, and take a package of these 3 matches. So again, the Indian people are saying that why we have to pay for the Pakistan Oman game? We don't want to watch it. So why you are including a different game? If you want to make a package on India versus UAE, India versus Pakistan, and India versus Oman. Then we'll happily take it. So that's the one thing which is creating a lot of mess around it, that package system. I think as the day progresses, or maybe in upcoming days, they will give the India Pakistan game like earlier they used to do, that watch a India Pakistan game and take just the ticket for the India versus Pakistan game. Once that opens, I think it will. Yes, Goyal.
Yeah. Just so you guys know, Grand Lounge tickets are selling India Pakistan individually for around 3,500 dirhams. That's what the price is, and it is selling. It is selling. So approximately 75,000 rupees is what the cost of a Grand Lounge ticket is. And if anybody wants a box, the Sky Box, it is close to 200,000 dirhams for a 16-seater box, which includes all the hospitality. So that's the cost so it is selling. That's why I wanted to go to Rohit, because he had explained this in that particular video, that three game package together. Last 5-6 minutes on the show. Shomik, question for you. Rishabh Pant, apparently Crickbuzz has reported ruled out of the West Indies series. Any update on that?
No, he has returned to India. He will check in at the Center of Excellence, and from there, see, these are delicate issues. We'll have to wait for an official communication from the Center of Excellence. There is no point speculating. A player's fitness is at stake. His future participation is at stake. There is no point kite flying or speculating. Once a confirmation will come from the people who are specialists in that field, he will be checking in at Center of Excellence and will accordingly report. And whenever we report, it will be an authentic piece of report, that we can assure you. That is number one. And number two, just I want to add something about this India-Pakistan thing, people complaining India playing against Pakistan and all. See, 2 things. One is, nothing is static in life and politics or anywhere. A German is the head coach of the England national football team. So how do those who are questioning this, just I'm asking a counter question. How do you explain that a German is the head coach of the England national football team, when a lot of English fans still saying 10 German bombers? This do you do you think that the scars left by Luftwaffe has been erased now? Do you think for an entire month till today in Britain, the entire British Isle, they observe Remembrance Month, October and November. So, and even after that, a German is helming the England national football team. How do you justify that? Nothing. It is, you have to put things in perspective. That is my point.
Just 1.5 years back, if anybody came and told any of us in this panel that India and China would be together diplomatically, we would have said this is not possible. We have seen Chinese apps banned. We have seen companies walk out. We have seen BCCI sponsors walk out. We have seen everything. we are now seeing India and China sit across the table and do international diplomacy. So much so that the US president tweets saying they've lost India and China to whatever Russia and the depths of Russia. Though yesterday,
India and Russia to China.
correct, whatever that is. And yesterday he said
Today
again
also
that,
they tweeted. Today also
Ah,
they tweeted. Like the Trump said that my dear friend Modi, and Modi didn't wrote him that my dear friend. He said that India China friend. India US friends.
yeah, and but
So,
my Prime Minister Modi
take the
also
example of UAE captain Mohammad Wasim. He's a Pakistani. He was playing playing in PSL a few years back. He got
And he
into
was
a
mother-hand by
hotel.
an Indian. And he was
Yes,
mother-hand by an Indian, Mubasir Ali.
yes, yes,
Because
yes.
and
He
of
was
that Indian, because
he
of
was
an
caught in
Indian,
an accident, I think, where he had to jump from a hotel.
and
Hotel.
nice story.
and by
Yeah,
the
yeah.
way, coached by an Indian in Lal Chand Rajput.
Exactly. That's what I was saying. Lalchand Rajput is the UAE coach. So
So that is international sport. By the way, update. Somebody says now India Pakistan single tickets. Prashanjit is saying India Pakistan single tickets are also available. 350 AED is the cost. So there you go. This has now also started. So as Rohit said, it was inevitable. Now that it is available, it will be a full house or should be a full house, is what our expectation. I'll be keen to see what kind of a crowd turns up tonight. Will it be
And
at
if
least
that's
a
not the case, then that will be a big story. That's not the case. If even then
premium seats India Pakistan right now is $235. Pavilion East and West is $280, and Grand Lounge
one
Hospitality is
second.
$1,100 each.
No, 1 second. Proshenji just wrote 350 AED. Let's ask him. He's a local. He's from Dubai. So let's ask him. Proshenji,
Yeah,
where
I have a message from one of the ticket distributors. So I'm
check India,
I'm
Pakistan and
giving
he
the prices he quoted me. So India Pakistan 14 September premium is US dollars 235. Pavilion East and West is US dollars 280, and Grand Lounge Hospitality is US dollars 1100 each.
Yeah, that's what I told you
USD.
about the Grand Lounge. Proshenjit, where did you get this? Individual India Pak is being sold 350 onwards. If you could tell us quickly, this is a good story. So if you quickly tell us, and I'll take closing comments from my guests because it's time to wrap up the show. Before that, fantastic day for India at the Hong Kong Open. Laksha winning, Prannoy beating the world number 14, Kiran George winning. We've had a very, very good day. Sindhu and Dhruv Tanisha lost, but otherwise, all the men's players came through really, really well in the Hong Kong Open. You have the Gurpreet Singh Sandhu interview on the platform at 10 a.m. this morning. So Gurpreet outstanding against Oman in that Kafa Cup match, and that is the only interview, by the way. So you can go and check that interview on the platform. Let's close it with the notion, Proshenjit, quickly. Boria, ignore Rinku Singh. I am nobody to ignore anybody. We are just taking comments from everyone. Rinku Singh is a
Arey,
top.
I
we
mentioned
just
it during
interviewed Rinku Singh 15 days back. Just interviewed.
got the interview.
आप जाके देखो, it's on all our platforms. The interview is there, and Rinku is such a fabulous story. Why should anybody ignore anyone? I mean, where's the question coming from? I think it's time to end the show. Proshenjit should have given us some detail by now. That's why I was just waiting. Okay, if he's not, maybe at 7 p.m. Proshenjit, if you join the show at 7 p.m. or 7:30 rather, when Gargi does, or 6 p.m. when Shubhayan and Rohit go on the Hindi platform, you can give the detail. Which channel will do World Athletics? We'll let you know, because we obviously will follow India's biggest contingent, whether it's Sri Shankar, whether it's Niraj, whether it's Gulveer, whether it's the rest of the contingent. We will have our eyes peeled on Tokyo. Don't worry, we will bring you all the updates from there. Thank you very much, folks, for watching. Bharat, Gargi, Shubhayan, Rohit, Shomik, and everyone else. Hopefully, India will have an easy game. All of us will watch and we'll be back at some point. Thank you very much.